How's it going, everyone? We're out here in Eureka, California again. South Jetty. We're on the Table Bluff Hill right now. This is where most people come to whale watch, but we're out here to fish. We're going to be catching some red tails today. Tell them about the beach fishing.
So right now it's at a low tide. It's going to be high tide in about an hour. High tide is probably the best time to go surf perch fishing. You can't really see it now, but you have to be looking for some calm spots, some flat. It lets you know that's where the fish are. They're hitting the low parts of the beach.
So we'll actually cover that a lot more when we're down on the beach. So you know what? I'm ready to go fishing. Ready to get fishing. We have a rig set up. I got a high-low.
Got a Carolina right here. These are two most
productive rigs.
High-low usually has 2 hooks. You can use 3 out here in Northern California. On this Carolina, I got 1 hook. I got a 1 and 1/4 ounce weight.
I'm using a 2-ounce sand claw, and then 2 of these smaller size 6 hooks with the already made leader on them. And you go up about a foot or 2 for each leader, and that's what we're going to be using today. We're also going to be using I'm going to be using shrimp and wolf crabs.
We got some old sandwich right here, preferred for jigging. Usually on slow retreat, it's pretty good.
So we're gonna get going. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. So what you're gonna want to look for when you start coming down here, as you're watching the water, there's a lot of white on the tops. What you want is a place that you don't see a lot of white caps. You want a place where there's a lot of rolling waves. But these fish stay in the intertidal zones and the little trenches out there. So that's what we're going to be targeting in those trenches. Now, right over here is a good example of that, the trenches, because you can see there's a lot of rolling waves, and then over here there's going to be a lot of white caps. So we're going to want to cast into these rolling waves. So that's where I'm going to be heading. Wet, because you gotta get your baits out there. Mind you, you're in Pacific water, so it's going to be cold. So when I said something earlier about mole crabs, this is a mole crab. It just came up out of the water. So that's a good bait right there. Been out here for probably about, 5 minutes. I'm already hooked up here. Trying to get it in. Now, you got to keep a lot of pressure on these fish. Waves going in and out. He doesn't feel very big, but like I said, with the waves you can't really tell. Let's see what we got here. He's coming in. He's gonna be a little guy. Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, that's a big fish. Come and bring her up. Now that you're out of the surf, you can kind of handle what you're dealing with here. Alright. Now this one, I can tell from experience that this one's definitely big enough to keep. But we're going to take it up there and measure it anyways. That's what we're going for. It's these big red tails up in the surf, and he actually hit on the sand crab up high. So we're gonna go measure him. That's where it ends. You can see right there. It's at 14 inches. Look at this little guy. sitting on the shrimp. Little itty bitty guy. Fun to catch though.
I had to switch from that Gulf sand shrimp. Wasn't really getting any bites. Switch to shrimp. I was using sand crabs earlier. I didn't get a bite either. But probably 6-7 inches. Probably been like 2 hours. Alright, gonna let him go.